Hey guys, we're going to be taking a look at a palette of return tools. My guess is that they're still good, and these are going to be someone else's trash and my treasure. So come along as we do some unboxing and make sure that these tools are still in working order. Welcome to Toolkit. So as I've said, we've got this palette of tools, most of them Ryobi. I've got some of these laid out here as you can see. My goal is going to be to categorize these, check and make sure they're working, and just really see what I've got. So I'm going to look at these and classify them. There's about 30 to 40 on this palette, but first thing that I'm looking at is this sticker. And this is called a return to vendor sticker, and it's a stoplight. There's green, yellow, red. Green is basically, hey, this can, come back. There's no defects or any issues. The yellow is questionable, and the red is trash. But we're still going to test all these. The first group that I pulled out is the green stickers. So, like I said, I'm going to go through these, check and see if they work, if they've got all the parts with them. Most of these have kind of sketchy boxes, so that's going to be kind of the biggest thing, is just making sure that they have good packaging moving forward. So got my notebook here, going a little old school, but just gonna write these down based on what the item is, what color that sticker is, and then if it works, and then what it needs. So if it needs a box, I'll make sure that I get it a box, or if it needs some parts that come along with it. But this first one is a corner cat sander, which is kind of a finishing sander here. You can see as I pull it out of the bag, it's corded, and it's got that triangular, sanding surface and that little dust bag there at the end. So I gotta get my extension cord because I, of course, did not come prepared here. So we're just gonna plug this guy in, check the power button, and I can tell you that it is in fact working, which is good. It's got this nice little carrying case too, so it's pretty well put together. And as you can see, it's got instructions, which is great. We want to make sure that if we are, selling this or giving this away to somebody, then it's got instructions, and it's got kind of a starter kit of those sanding pads too. So yeah, so very nice. It works. The only thing it really needs is a box, because the box is kind of falling apart there. So successful first tool. So up next, we've got this 10-inch orbital buffer. So if you really don't feel like, doing the, hands-on wax on, wax off, you can use this guy. It's a nice powered tool and also corded. The cool thing about this is you can use it on your vehicle, you can use it on, hardwood floors. Also, the box is in pretty good shape, but, basically got to tear it apart. And I know I didn't note it in the video, but this is also a green sticker. So according to their checks, this should be in good working condition. Just needs a box. So we've got everything there. We've got the instructions, and now we'll take this out and plug it in and check it real quick. As you can see, it's got nice handles on the side, so it doesn't spin out of control, and it's got that styrofoam pad at the bottom. And you basically slip a buffing pad over top of that. So pretty nice. Now I'll just plug it in, and you might notice that it was in the on position when I plugged it in. So practice tool safety and make sure your tools are off before you plug them in. Scared the heck out of me there for a second, but you can see that it's in nice working order. Not really sure why I did that, but it doesn't have a buffing pad on it, and it's just sharp. The wheel does look to be a bit off balance there, so hopefully when you put a buffing pad on, it'll balance itself out, but that's really the only knock. Otherwise, a nice little product. So next we've got this power scrubber here, which is basically just a rotating brush at the end of a power drill. And as you can see, it's got basically just that tip there that you attach the brush to, and it is a green RVT, and it's got a nice little waterproof casing for the battery so you don't get the battery wet. So let's just test it out here. This is our first battery powered one, which is nice. And as you can see, it works. So this one's cool for cleaning walls. Ryobi actually has 3 different brush textures. You can have the soft brush, the medium brush, or the hard bristle brush on this one. So super nice. So next up we've got this Ryobi hammer drill. As you can see, the box is dilapidated and apparently was thrown down a flight of stairs. So let's just cut this one open because we'll have to replace that box. As I struggle here, I contemplate, who would do this to a cardboard box like this. But we finally get it open. We can pull the hammer drill out. It was also just kind of stuffed in there without a care in the world. Remember, these are returns. This is a green RBT, so apparently there's nothing wrong with this, but you've got that little cardboard thing, and you've got the handle there as I mime that. Didn't feel like getting it out apparently, and then the length attachment that you can put on the side of the drill there to make sure you don't drill too far. And then we do have a manual there as well. So let's plug this in. Oh, and it has the chuck attached very conveniently to the cord stay. Just watch me struggle and again contemplate life. So we plug it in, and that jolt there tells you that it is working and that I'm not electrocuted. So I'll unplug that one and write in my diary about thanking Ryobi for this hammer drill, but trying to find whoever put it in this dilapidated box. So up next we've got this high pressure inflator from Ryobi, also battery powered. And after I write my wish list to Santa, we'll open this guy up. Another box that's pretty dilapidated, but it does have a green RTV, so should be in good working order, we would hope. Jeez, look at that box. Cut off the bulletproof layer of packing tape and pull this guy out. Struggling. There's the instructions in the manual. As you can see, it's got that nice flexible cord there. You can use this guy on tires especially, kind of an emergency tool, but will work fine if you're regularly inflating your tires. And plug it in, and it is in fact working, which is good. So we'll pop that battery off and make sure that we mark it down as another working product. So next up we've got an 18-volt 1/4-inch sheet sander. Nice little do-it-all sander here, also battery powered. Nice little multi-purpose sanding tool. Pop this thing out. Box actually looks in good shape, but the bag is a little dirty, so this will probably need a clean, and you've got parts flying off all over the place. But that's just the sanding guard that you pop on the bottom there just to protect the dust holes. So nothing too crazy there. And then basically has the 2 wires on the sides that will hold these sheets in place if you're ready to sand. So give it a quick look around and realize that I don't know what I'm doing with that dust guard. I think at the time I didn't know what it was at first, and then we figured it out. Pop on the battery, give it a test, and the spray of dust tells you that the previous owner just used it for the one time and kindly brought it back to the store for the next person to deal with. But either way, it's in great working condition and we can use it for the next job. So thanks for watching as we look through all those Ryobi tools. There's quite a bit more on that palette, but also a lot more projects to do. We'll be building some stuff, doing some home improvement DIYs, all sorts. So stay tuned to Toolkit as we practice some skills and learn along the way. Thanks again. This has been Toolkit.